on the topic of fruits and vegetables to boost up the immunity against COVID-19 infection. So myself, Dr. Ashok Kumar Yadav, Associate Professor, Department of Horticulture, IGT University, Gurgaon, NCR. So that is to that is belong to the university in the NCR and to Gurgaon. So today is to current hypothesis to the COVID-19 is to have to present hypothesis give to information related to how to improve our immunity through the fruits and vegetables against COVID-19 and treatment for the coronavirus disease. In current condition, no effective medicine for the treatment, but we are protecting ourselves to improving our immunity against COVID-19 infections. So you know COVID-19 is the highly epidemic for last year. To a lot of people they are infected by this virus and millions of people they are going on the deaths and condition through the infection of COVID-19. So here are the current global situations. More than 3 million confirmed cases globally. More than 2 lakh deaths to last few months. And to have to last 24 hours, top 10 countries with the highest number of new cases registered by World Health Organization. The USA is to register 20,517 cases. Russian Federation 7,099 cases. Brazil 5,017 cases, and UK that is to 4,076 cases, Turkey 2,936 cases, Peru 2,491 cases, Spain 2,144 cases, Italy 2,086 cases, India 1,718 cases, France 1,602 cases. They are registered last 24 hours. So the last 24 hours, the COVID trackers to India's daily count to COVID-19 cases to test near about 2 lakh 739 cases and led by the Maharashtra alone to have to 58.952 infections. So total total cases 14.27 million cases we are registered. So total death to 1,74,171 death to till 15 April. Okay, so that is to new world's hotspot in the India. Uttar Pradesh alone to have to register the cases 20,439, Delhi 17,282, Maharashtra 58,952, and Karnataka that is to 14,738, and also the Madhya Pradesh to 10,166 cases we have registered. So to tell have to the active cases 1 lakh that is 1 crore 1 crore 55 lakh and 700. Sorry, that is to very long to that is to 15 lakh 57,866 cases to active cases to tell have. So new COVID-19 cases have 2 lakh 739 cases, and to vaccinate to tell have to 3.2 million new people to that to vaccinate through the vaccination by the India. So new coronavirus bid to speed throughout the Asia, 7 days rolling average new COVID-19 cases per 1 million of the population in the most affected Asian countries. So that to here is to the some lines clear to have to red line to indicate the India, that is blue line indicate to the Philippines, green line indicate to the Malaysia, and that is to pink line Japan, and dark blue line to the Nepal. So here to see here to February to April, they have to increase the number of cases to that is to India alone to 149.8 million cases they are registered last 7 days. Okay, so that is to after Philippines 89.1 and Malaysia 86.6, Japan 34.6, and Nepal 32.3 cases they are registered to in the new places. Okay. So the immune response to the viral infections, you know, after the infection of the viral COVID-19 to 3, 4, 5 days, they have to no symptoms to seen on the human. After 7 to 8 days, the symptoms to seen to till 11 to 12 days. Okay. So the virus detectable to condition to after they start from the 6 to 7 days, and early antibodies they are developed in the to 8 to 15 days to develop the antibodies in the body. Okay, IgM. And late antibodies IgG they are developed after the 10 days, and to innate response they have to start from the second or third days. Okay, so cellular response they are start from the 7 days in the human cells. Okay, so the COVID-19 cases that is doubling faster in the Punjab. So to see here the slide to in Punjab to Maharashtra, Gujarat, Punjab, and West Bengal. So you are to seeing the Maharashtra is peak on to highly infected cases compared to the Gujarat after the Delhi, Tamil Nadu. Punjab they have to the increase the number of cases last year to lower that is to in 2015 to 20 April or to 25 April to the increase the number of cases to till 13 have to just double cases to in the registered in the Punjab. Okay. So the COVID-19 daily tracker to have to report the current 19 daily news cases to they have to the data is to shown here to that is to Uttar Pradesh alone to 30.180 thousands and Delhi 25.219 and Maharashtra 63.282 and Karnataka 14,990 and Kerala the 35,636 and in new cases they are registered to total confirmation case that is 2.95 lakh 57,457 cases to register to tell have to in India. So total deaths is near about 2 lakh 15,552 and new one have to the 3,689 to new deaths to India. Okay. So here to adaptive immune response to in the cells to that's called the T cell. T cell means that is cellular response cell. So T cell recognize cells infected with the specific virus SARS-CoV-2 and rapidly replicate. So two different type of the T cells are responsible for the two functions. So two CD8 cells kill the SARS-CoV-2 infection cells thereby killing the virus. And CD4 cells stimulate the B cells. So B cell that is to antibodies response. So B cells produce antibody ABS specifies to the virus. That is IgM antibodies are produced first and then disappear after a few weeks. IgG antibodies are produced a couple of the days after and can remain for the month here. So the effectiveness of the antibodies respond to depend on the quality of the ABS. Okay? So do the ABS stop the virus from the entering cell and multiplying, neutralizing ABS. So quantity, how much AB is produced. Duration, that is to how long the ABS persistent in the body. So antigen stability in if the virus mutant over the time, the viral proteins antigens to which antibodies bind may become unrecognizable. So that is to condition of the adaptive immune response in the T cells. Okay. So what we know so far about the immune response to the SARS-CoV-2. So most patients who recover for the COVID-19 have to antibodies to the virus detectable in the third flood. So most COVID-19 patients develop antibodies about the 10 to 15 days after the symptoms start. So this is around 2 times when the many patients that start to the recover. So the level of the important neutralizing antibodies appear to the higher in the patient who had more severe disease. So patient who had to mild or asymptomatic COVID-19 have to low level of the neutralizing. So antibodies or even under detectable levels with the current test. Okay. So in this patient, it is too possible the innate immune response and to T cell response. So clearly that the virus, this is too similar to what happened with the MERS2. So most antibodies test to can to differentiate between the neutralizing and non-neutralizing antibodies. So rapid antibodies to detectable test to do not measurable to quality level of the antibodies. So more complicated tests such as to ELISA test can inform that, on the level of the antibodies, but not to necessarily on the differentiate kinds of the antibody neutralizing or non-neutralizing. So the can antibodies against the SARS-CoV-2 protect us and from being too infected against. So no one now knows to yet to, but we do know at the present. So the generally a person who recovered from the viral infection is protected against the new infection or against the severe diseases. However, this required to antibodies to be the adequate quality or neutralizing antibodies and to quality high levels. So that if you change the virus sequencing can make the pure immunity less effective, for example, to influenza and to protection from reinfection with the common cold. That is endemic coronaviruses is short term, sometimes to less than a year. So for other coronaviruses, severe acute respiratory syndrome (SARS) and Middle East respiratory syndrome (MERS), antibodies have been to detect a few years later. So that is to the different type of viruses they have to infect the people. Okay, so what does a positive antibodies test to tell us to, that is to tell us or non-tell us? Okay? So that to do a comparative to study of the tell us or non-tell us by the antibodies test to against to positive in coronavirus too. So that is two persons got infected in the past with the SARS-CoV-2. So and does not tell us to that if the persons have recovered, does not preclude persistent infections. If IgM and IgG positive, it means that to recent infection within the past few weeks in the humans. Okay, so but it's not tell us to if the antibodies are neutralized or naturalized unless a specific assay is to used. So IgM negative and IgG positive antibodies in the human body. So more distant infection in the past several days. So in the past two antibodies level are unless or specific assay is to use, that is to call the ELISA test for the find the correct distribution in the virus in the plant body in the animal bodies or human bodies. Okay. So what does a negative antibodies test to tell us? To it is could means that to that the persons has not been to infected or that the persons was very recently infected less than 8 to 10 days or that two persons was infected but clearly the virus without mounting the antibody response. So innate or and T cells response clearly to in the virus. Okay, so that the persons was infected or mounted an antibody response that would antibody level are below the level of the detection of the test. So here to seeing the some symptoms most common through the COVID-19. So fever, head, dry cough, and tiredness. They are two most common symptoms in the human beings. But the less common that is a headache, red and irritated eyes, and loss of the taste of the smell, sore throats, that is ashes and pains. They are mostly the common symptoms against the this disease. Okay. So here to see the slide to have the symptoms, that is conjunctivitis and to found in this through the symptoms headache, sore throats, diarrhea, and the discoloration of the fingers or toes, and to that is pains and rashes to assist in the muscles. Okay. So emerging clinical in manifestations to link to the COVID-19. As we learn more about COVID-19, we are also learn about the less common manifestation linked to the COVID-19, for example. Okay, so the available thromboembolic events to that is to the available data on the thromboembolic risk in the severely ill COVID-19 patient is limited and based on the cases series from the China. So Netherlands and France, and after that these studies may be indicate and increase the thromboembolic risk including the pulmonary embolism and stroke in the hospitalized COVID-19 patients. So the skin manifestation to data on the skin lessons as the symptoms of the COVID-19 are limited. And one study to have 88% testing the positive of the COVID-19, 18%, 20% developing skin rashes like two rashes and hives. There are also the anecdotal accounts of the purple twice lesions, that is purpurea fulminans in suspected COVID-19 patients. So World Health Organization (WHO) is collecting the information on the rashes that is, and the American Academy of Dermatology to establish a international registry to the report the cases. So here is to the seeing the some COVID-19 compared with the other disease and conditions. So relative frequency of the symptoms in the different infections or allergies conditions. Here are the symptoms हैं COVID-19 है, flu है, common cold है, malaria है, dengue and allergies. So fever mostly they are found in the COVID-19 and flu and malaria and common they are two common infection or common fever in following diseases. And dry cough they have common in the COVID-19. Okay, so but into rare or less in the flu and common cold and malaria, dengue and allergies. So tiredness mostly common in the COVID-19, flu and to malaria and dengue. Okay, but other is too less common. तो shortness of the words यानी सांस का रुकना रुक रुक कर रहना that is too less common in the COVID-19 and less common in the flu, rare in the common cold and rare in malaria, less common in the dengue and less common in allergies. ठीक है? A change and pains that is less common into COVID-19, flu that is too common, and dengue is too common, but are too rare or less common. Headache that is too less common in COVID-19, but flu have to the headache is too very common, and malaria and dengue is also the very most common to this disease. Okay, so sore throat may less common in COVID-19, but flu is the most common, and malaria, dengue is the most common. Okay, so that is diarrhea may less common is the COVID-19, and flu that is too less common. Diarrhea may rare condition may that is too common cold. But in the case of the malaria, dengue, and allergies, they are too rare in case. So in the case of stuffy nose, that is too rare in COVID-19, and flu common in flu. Common cold is the common and to rare in the common that is to malaria, dengue, and allergies. Okay. So is also the runny nose is also found in the allergies, the very common. Stuffy nose also the allergies that too very common. Sneezing that is too rare in COVID-19 and flu and malaria and dengue, and common is to common cold and allergies. So they have to comparative study of the COVID-19, flu, common cold, malaria, dengue, and allergies. They are some symptoms of the data. So after that to have to what do we know about the coronavirus? Coronavirus क्या है? ठीक है, first of all to have एक round cells है that is to found the single strands of the RNA. एक single strand RNA की cells have to that to transfer to the T cells to kill your antibodies of your body. So coronavirus are the large family virus. Some causes illness in the people and other only to infect animals. Okay, so सब coronavirus infect animals then to spread to people and then spread persons to persons such as to that is to Middle East Respiratory Syndrome MERS and to severe acute respiratory syndrome that is SARS or coronavirus disease COVID-19 that is to three viruses they have to that infected the people and to they have, some of people they are going on to illness or into death. So common that is common respiratory disease have to common coronavirus including some of that to cause the mild upper respiratory illness and like to that common cold is the primary symptom of this one. So here are two COVID-19 novel coronavirus are the viruses that to circulate among the animals, but some of them are to also none for the affected humans. So the 2019 novel coronavirus was identified in the China at the end of the 2019 and is a new strain that has to no previously been seen in the humans. Okay, so the common symptoms actually to fever है, cough है, डिफिकल्टी ब्रीथिंग है, मतलब सांस लेने में दिक्कत आना एंड टू मसल्स पेन है एंड टायर्डनेस है, बहुत ज़्यादा थकान हो जाना. दे हैव टू कॉमन सिम्टम्स ऑफ द कोविड-19. प्रिवेंशन के लिए अवॉइड कॉन्टैक्ट विद द सिक पीपल, जो इन्फेक्टेड पीपल हैं उनसे थोड़ा दूर रखें. देयर वॉश योर हैंड्स विद द सोप एंड वाटर, से अपने हाथ धोते रहें. इफ यू हैव डेवलप्ड अ कफ यूज ए मेडिकल फेस मास्क, मेडिकल फेस मास्क लगाएं. So that is to transmission to check another to 2 to 14 days to have to the transmission of the virus through the another person and affect your by respiratory systems and to take some medicine or droplets. Okay. So anatomy, if you want to see know for about the anatomy of the virus, so that to the COVID-19 virus has to several features be able to target it with the drugs with the break it is down to and stop the entering cells. Okay, so they have to found in the single RNA enclosed in protein hereditary material. Okay, so the spike proteins also they are found in lipid membrane have to the covering of the cells. Okay, that is to cell membrane made up of the lipid membrane. Okay, so here to coronavirus that is to you see here to spike glycoproteins they are found here. Okay, so hemagglutinin esterase they are found and RNA and protein they have to also the found and to the envelope they have protein they have developed by the lipid membrane. Okay, so here they are to some again to have to describe the small envelope proteins E they are to found and envelope and to nucleo capsid protein and to RNA and membrane protein M to they are found and spike protein S to they are found on the cells. Okay, so that is to anatomy of the COVID-19 virus. So the novel coronavirus to first identified in the Wuhan, China in December 2019. That is to history of the coronavirus. So it is to an envelope of the RNA ribonucleic acid single strand hereditary material in this virus. Okay. So also called the severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2. Also the new strains of this virus SARS-CoV-2 in SARS-CoV-2. SARS-CoV-2 is the seventh coronavirus known to infect humans. Okay, so SARS-CoV virus and MERS-CoV virus and SARS-CoV virus 2 can cause severe disease where HKU1, NL63, OC43, 229A are associated with the mild symptoms of the through this virus. So SARS-CoV-2 caused the disease COVID-19 coronavirus disease to coronavirus 2019 or COVID-19 that is to the abbreviation of this virus. Okay. So here to some diagnosis of the COVID-19 to RT-qPCR is the equipment to have to identify or to diagnose the disease. Okay, so highly to put the sequencing of the disease. ELISA test also have to diagnose the disease and to POCT of the IgM and IgG that is antibodies also have to identify through this POCT and to CT scan also have to that is to identify the coronavirus in the brain. Okay, so SARS-CoV-2 is the entry in the replication in the through the entry in the lungs and to damage inside of the or scratch the lung cells. Okay, so the antigens they have to presentation here to enter the coronavirus in the that is to macrophage and DC and epithelial cells to have damage and to formation of ABC and cytokine that is to in the lungs. Okay, so after that cellular immunity have to the fight against this antibodies against the coronavirus and to that's called the T cells. They are infected first they infected the T cell and after that to antibodies and to humoral immunity to have to that is to B cells that is to have to antibodies fight against the coronavirus and to that is to damage your body's immunity. So the here to and here to the discussion to how the energy to obtain from the host cell by the corona. So the glucose provides energy on the form of the adenosine triphosphate ATP to viral host cell by the glycolysis as well as to as enabling glycan that is formation supporting creation of the glycoproteins during the glycosylations. Okay, so here two are the cycle to glucose they are convert to energy in the form of the ATP and to take by the coronavirus cells and to also through the glycolysis glycoproteins into forms of the glycan and to convert to the ATP and to the take by the virus from the host cell. So they have two different processes. They are used for glycosylation and glycolysis. So glucose provides energy in the forms of adenosine triphosphate ATP to the viral host cell by the glycolysis, as well as to enabling the glycogen or glycan formation, supporting to creation a glycoproteins during the glycosylation. Okay. So molecular immune pathogens and diagnosis of the COVID-19 to have to the highlights from here to the some points there. So the highly pathogenic SARS-CoV-2 is appearing in the December 2019 can cause COVID-19 and even death in the infected persons. Okay. So coronavirus infections lead to the damage of the lungs, while to imbalance to excessive immune response may cause pneumonia. So RT-PCR and CT scans are the significant for the diagnosis of the SARS-CoV-2 infection, and drug and vaccines against the SARS-CoV-2 are being developed. That is to the some highlights of the point of the molecular immune pathogenesis and the diagnosis of the COVID-19. So here are COVID-19 pathogens and risk factor to a COVID-19 extensive overlap to the other respiratory disease, the influenza है, that is rhinovirus cases है, whooping cough है, atypical pneumonia that's to done through the infection of the COVID-19 people. Okay. So immune versus COVID-19 infection to have to the what is how can you develop immunity in the body to which factors they are responsible for the to doing work against the COVID-19. So first of all, to have to get enough sleep to increase the energy level in your body. To sleep and immunity are closely tied relations to each other. So in fact, the inadequate or poor quality sleep in the link to a higher susceptibility to the sickness, or getting adequate rest that may strengthen your natural immunity, or also you may sleep more when sick to the allow your immune system to better fight the illness. Okay. So the inadequate sleep may be increasing your risks of the getting sick, or most adults should get a last 7 hours of the sleep per night is necessary for if you want to the immune your system of the body. Okay. So secondly, have to the eat more whole plant foods. Mostly have to nutritive food need for to increase your immunity or boost up your immunity on your body. So whole plant food like to fruits, vegetable, nuts, seeds, and legumes are rich in the nutrients and antioxidants that may give you a upper hands against the harmful pathogens. Or to that antioxidants in these foods have to decrease inflammation by the combating or unstable compound called free radicals, which can cause inflammation when they are built up in our body in the high levels. Okay. So the furthermore, fruits and vegetables are rich in the nutrient like vitamin C, which maybe reduce the duration of the common cold. So here to some eat more healthy fats also that to increase your immunity and decrease the infection of the COVID-19. So healthy fats like to those found in the olive oil and salmon may boost your body immune system to pathogens by the decreasing inflammations. Okay. So the olive oil, which is too highly anti-inflammatory, is linked to a decreased risk of the chronic disease like the heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Okay. So plus the anti-inflammatory properties may help your body fight off the harmful disease causing the bacteria and viruses. So omega-3 fatty acids such as to those in the salmon and china seeds fight to inflammation as well as. So in the next you have to eat more fermented foods or take a probiotic supplement to increase your immunity system. So gut health and to immunity are the deeply interconnected. So in this cases, so fermented food are probiotic and may booster your immune system by the helping it identify and targeted harmful pathogens, and to have to limited added sugars to have also the increase your immunity. Okay. So emerging research suggests that to added sugar and refined carbohydrates may contribute that this proportionality to the overweight and obesity. So obviously may be to likewise to increase your risk of the getting sick. So curbing your sugar intake can decrease inflammation and add weight losses. So thus to reducing your sick of the chronic health conditions like to type 2 diabetes and heart disease. Okay. So given that to obesity, type 2 diabetes and to heart disease can all weaken your immune system or limited added sugar is an important part of an immune boosting diets. Okay, so that is to lowering our sugar may decrease inflammation and you're sick to these conditions. So moderate exercise to more regular moderate exercise may reduce inflammation and help you immune cells and regenerate regularly. So very important for you daily to exercise. Okay, so although the prolonged intense exercise can suppress your immune system and moderate exercise can give it boost up. So moderate exercise can reduce inflammation and promote the healthy turnover of your immune cells. So jogging, biking, walking, swimming, and hiking are the great option of the increase your immune system in bodies. Okay. Stay hydrated, that is to prevent hydration, and you should drink enough fluid daily to make our urine pale yellow. So water is recommended because it is too free from calorie, additives, and sugars. So while tea and juice also have to hydrating, it is to best to the limit your intake of your fruit juice and sweetened tea because of their high sugar content. So, given that to dehydration can be make you more susceptible to illness, be sure you are to drinking that is plenty of water and to each day. Okay. So manage your stress level. To this is also the factor to have to reduce the infection or they have to check the infection of COVID-19. So you are free living nature to adopt. Okay. So relieving stress and anxiety to is key to the immune health. Okay. So long-term stress to promote inflammation as well as to imbalances in the immune cell functions. So activate the activities that too may help and manage your stress, including meditations, exercise, journaling, yoga, and other mindfulness to practices. And you may also benefit from seeing a licensed counselor to or therapist to whether to virtually or in persons. So lowering your stress level through the meditation, yoga, exercise, and other practices can help keep your immune system functioning and properly. Okay. So role of the vitamins and minerals of the boost your immunity, health, and protect especially against the COVID-19. So that is researchers has to shown that supplementing with the certain vitamins, minerals, and herbs and other substances can improve your immune response and potential to protect against the illness. Okay, so vitamin D. Vitamin D is a fat-soluble nutrient essential to the health and to functioning of your immune system. So vitamin D enhances the pathogen fighting effect of the monocytes and the macrophages and white blood cells. So vitamin D supplements may be improved response to the antiviral treatments in the people with the certain infections or including hepatitis C and HIV. Okay, so vitamin D is essential for the immune functions. Healthy levels of the vitamins may help to lower your risk of the respiratory infections. Okay. So the role of vitamins may boost up your immune system. That is to another minerals that is to zinc. Zinc is the mineral that is to commonly added to the supplements and to healthcare and produced like to the lozenges that is to are meant to boost your immune system. So that is this is to because zinc is essential for the immune system functions. So zinc is needed for the immune cells development and communications to and plays an important role in the inflammation responses. Okay, so zinc supplements may to protect against the respiratory tract infections like the common cold. Okay, so another minerals to vitamin C is to perhaps to the most popular supplement to take the protect against infection due to have to the important role in the immune health. So this vitamin support to the function of the various immune cells and enhance their ability to protect against the infection. So it is also the necessary for the cellular death, or which is help to keep your immune system healthy by the clearing out cold cells and to replacing them with new ones. Okay, so that is to vitamin C has to shown in the reduce the duration and severity to upper respiratory tract infection, including the common cold. So another is to some drugs they are have to recommended by the some researchers to have to that for COVID-19 viruses. So treatment for the coronavirus disease COVID-19 by the some drugs. So first drugs is to that is to remdesivir, that is remdesivir is the drug's name. So remdesivir is an experimental broad-spectrum antiviral drug to originally designed to the targeted Ebola, that is to Ebola. So researchers have to found that is to remdesivir is highly effective of the fighting the novel coronavirus in isolated cells. Okay, so this treatment is not yet approved in the humans, but two clinical trials to have for this is drug have been to implemented in the China. So the one clinical trials that is to was recently also approval by the FDA in the United States. Okay. The treatment for the coronavirus disease COVID-19 by the second drug that is chloroquine. Chloroquine is a drug that's to use for the fight malaria and autoimmune disease. So if they have been to use for the more than 17 years and to consider it safe. Okay. So that is researchers have to discover this drug to effectively find it for the SARS-CoV-2 virus is a study done in the test of the tube. So at least 10 clinical trials to have are currently looking at the potential use for the chloroquine as an two options for the combating the novel coronavirus. So another drug is to lopinavir and to ritonavir. As to lopinavir and ritonavir are sold under the name Rita, that is Calitra, and to are designed to the treat HIV. Okay, so according to the World Health Organization, there could be benefit to using uh, Calitra is combination with the other drugs. Okay, so that is to other drug treatment, including the mixture of the anti-HIV drug that is lopinavir and ritonavir, and its combination with the flu drug that is oseltamivir, large doses. Okay. So treatment for the another drug that AP and 01 apin also the use for the against COVID-19. So a clinical trials to set to start soon. The China is examining the potential of the drug called APN and 01 to fight the novel coronavirus. So the scientists who first developed the APN-01 in the near by 2000 discovered that is to certain proteins called the ACE2 is to involved in the SARS infections. So that's these proteins also help to protecting the lung from the injury due to respiratory distress. Okay. So from the recent researches, it turns out the 2019 coronavirus like to SARS also have to use for the ACE2 protein to infect cells in humans. So the randomized double arms trial will look at the effect of the medications on the 24 patients on the 1 week. Half of the participants in the test to will receive the APN-01 drug, and then to other half will be given a placebo. If results are to encouraging, larger clinical trials will be done. Another the last that is drug we are used, that is favipiravir. The China has to approve the use of the antiviral drug that is favipiravir to treat the symptoms of COVID-19. That drug was initially developed to treat the inflammations in the nose and to throats. So although the result of the study has been to released yet, that is to drug has to supposedly shown to the effective in the treating COVID-19 symptoms in a clinical phase of the 17 people. So this is to the some drugs they are responsible to check the infection of the COVID-19. Another have to the how can you food that to increase your immunity in your body. So some foods are responsible for increase the body, that is to some vegetables, some fruits, and some are the dry foods. So here are to improve your immune system with these immune boosters foods. Okay, so that is they have to through this food have to a lot of minerals and nutrition here that is getting by your body. So about your liver to have to our immune system comprising of the cells, tissue, organs, and proteins. Okay, so they are carry about the bodily functions to fight against the pathogens and foreign bodies that is to cause infections. So when the immune system comes to into the contact with the pathogens and is to stimulate on immune response. So the immune system releasing antibodies. Okay, so we know very well. So which is attack to the antigens on the pathogens and to destroy them. And when an individual to sick with the immune system is weakened, if any people is the big have to a lot of diseases they have to attack on this one. So that is certain lifestyle that is to changes can you affect how well in immune system can protect itself from the germs, virus, and chronic illness. Okay, so that is replacing bad health habits and good one can help keep the immune system healthy. Okay. So some are the foods are responsible for increase the immune system have they build up your antibodies. Okay, so like that first fruit is to citrus. Citrus having a group of the fruits that is to orange, grape, lemon, and limes. To have to all one have to the play an important role for build up your cells in your body. So our body does not to produce a store vitamin C, you know very well. So, but the body required for the good health, almost all citrus fruit are enrich the vitamin C and adding them to the diet. It is beneficial and increase your build-up of your immunity. So, rich in the vitamin C, which is out to helpful for the building immune system. So, vitamin C plays an important role for building the immune system. Okay. So the white blood cells or WBC is key factor to fight against the infection. So popular citrus fruit which are known to boost immunity are okay. So that is to another vegetable that is to garlic. Garlic is found with almost very dish globally. So garlic has many properties that to may help to lower blood pressure and to reduce the hardening of the arteries. Okay, so that is garlic immune boosting properties come from the sulfur containing compounds they are found in this one. So known as to that is allicin. That is also add to zinc to the food and which is very good for the health. So garlic is very important for the diet. Okay. So ginger, another vegetable that we use spices categorized also categorized in the vegetable. So ginger is another food that is come in mind, which is someone is sick. So it is known to the anti-inflammatory, antioxidant properties. Ginger is helpful in the sore throat and many other inflammation diseases. Okay, so broccoli is containing a lot of vitamins and minerals. You know very well. I want to have to highly cheap sources of the mineral and vitamins. So it is highly rich in the potential antioxidant, fiber, rich in the vitamin A, C, E. It is one of the healthiest vegetable. Okay. So Spanish boost the immune system or contains a variety of healthy benefits, essential nutrients, antioxidant, flavonoids, vitamin C and E, support to the immune system, or a beta carotene increase the infection fighting quality of our immune system. Or similar to the broccoli, spinach also among one of the healthiest vegetables. Almond, you know very well to have to they are mostly they are used in the dry foods. So and excellent sources of vitamin A, manganese, magnesium, and fiber almonds is key to the healthy immune system. In the terms of the fighting and preventing cold, vitamin E tends to the secondary sources of after the vitamin C. So turmeric is a bright yellow species that is to used in the Indian curries. A compound known as to curcumin is to present in the turmeric, which may be improve the immune system. Okay, so turmeric is used in the anti-inflammatory and treating that is osteo that is therapist and that rheumatoid arthritis. So they use for the turmeric. Okay, so Yogurt can also be good sources of vitamin D, and vitamin D help to regulate the immune system and boost the body natural defense mechanism against the diseases. Okay. So papaya is also the chief sources of vitamin C and vitamin A, that is containing enzymatic known as to papain. Okay, so the enzyme has an anti-inflammatory effect. Papaya have adequate amount of the vitamin B, potassium and folate, with the beneficial to overall the health. So that is cacao, dark chocolate. This is the Theobroma cacao, is the botanical name of this one. So dark chocolate consists of the antioxidant known as to theobromine, which may be help to improve your immune system by the protecting the body cell from the free radicals. Okay, so when the body breaks down food and comes in the contact with the pollutants, it releases the free radicals. Free radicals can harm the body and cells and may contribute to the disease. Okay? So green tea also have to very important for the increase your immunity. So both green and black tea are to loaded with the flavonoids, antioxidants. Green tea enhance the level of the epigalactacin, that is the chemicals, and gallate EGCG, another powerful antioxidant. Okay, EGCG, that is to have been shown to boost immune some functions. And green tea is also the enrichment in the amino acid L-theanine. Okay, so this amino acid may be add to the production of the germ-fighting compounds in the T cells. So kiwi fruits, actinic chances. So like the papaya, kiwi, the small fruit to have to kiwi are the naturally located with a ton of the essential nutrients to including folate, potassium, vitamin C, K, and vitamin uh, other vitamins to help the white blood cells to fight infection, while it's the other nutrient keep the rest of the body functioning properly. Okay. So red bell peppers also the chief sources of vitamins to good sources of the beta carotene and vitamin C. So besides the boosting the immune system and vitamin C may help to maintaining the healthy skin. Okay. So the beta carotene help to keep the eyes as well as to skin healthy. And to the sunflower seeds also, sunflower seeds is also full of the essential nutrients including phosphorus, magnesium, vitamin B6. They are also increasingly highly vitamin E, which is important to the regulation and maintenance of the immune systems. Sweet potato are the rich sources of beta carotene, a type of antioxidant. Beta carotene is a source of vitamin. Okay, so it is help to the make the skin healthy and protect the skin against harmful ultraviolet rays. Okay, so food is the chief sources or high in the essential vitamins, or the food is the chief sources of the mineral and vitamins. They are increase the immunity system of the human bodies, and they are fight against the COVID-19. Okay, so there are some vitamins that have to their functions here. To vitamin A, that is to vitamin A is the beneficial treating eyes disorders to skin infections. Vitamin B9 is to that is to reduces risk of the natural tooth defects during the pregnancy. Okay, so vitamin B12 that is provide the relief from the symptoms of anemia, kidney and liver disorders. Vitamin C help to treat scurvy, cancer, and they have two anti-cancer properties and cancer and common colds. Okay, so vitamin D is to treating the arthritis and to tooth decay and diabetes and rickets. Okay, so vitamin E improve the blood circulation and slow down the aging process. And vitamin K is to reduces the risk of the menstrual pain and to internal bleeding. That is the function of vitamin K. Okay, so the vitamin, so that is to 12 vitamins to need for vitamin A, D, C, E, B2, BP, B7, B6, B5, B12, K, and BT have to the need for the increase your immunity in the body, and they have to doing work against the COVID-19 infections. Okay. So fat, protein, vitamin, minerals, and carbohydrate need for your build up your protein and body systems. Okay. So they have to the some vitamins that play an important role. That is some minerals also they play an important role for boost up your immunity. That is potassium, nitrogen, and vitamin E. है. Vitamin P, D, E, K. That is to be C, B6. and B9, that is to iron, phosphorus, manganese, copper. They have all one have to, they have to pushing your immunity in the body. Okay. So color type to need for in the dinner and lunch to that to fulfill your requirement of minerals and vitamins. So that is green leafy vegetables, orange fruits, and to red fruits, and to yellow fruits, and to the purple fruits. You have to provide a lot of minerals and vitamins in your body. Okay? So apple have to some functions of the apple, that is to apple, that is to function to help benefit for eating apple. Daily to eat the apple free from the disease. So get healthier health, reduce the cholesterol in the body, and to decrease your risk of the diabetes, and to boost your immune system, that is to function of the if you want to daily to eat the apple. So that is to nutritional value per 100 gram of the weight. Minerals and vitamin 2 products here too. In the case of minerals में per 100 gram of the weight have to potassium 195 milligram, that is to minerals they are found to and to potassium 195 milligram per 100 gram of weight, calcium 11 milligram per 100 gram of weight, phosphorus 20 milligram per 100 gram of weight, magnesium 9 milligram per 100 gram of weight, and manganese 0.06 milligram per 100 gram of weight, iron 0.22 milligram, sodium 2 milligram, copper 0.049 milligram, zinc 0.7 milligram. In the case of vitamins, that is vitamin A, the 98 IU they are found in the apple per 100 gram of weight. Vitamin B1, that is to call the thiamine, that is 0.031 milligram. Vitamin B2, that is riboflavin, 0.047 milligram. Niacin 0.16 milligram, folate 5 mcg, and pantothenic acid, that is to 0.11 milligram. Vitamin B6 0.075 milligram. Vitamin C 8.4 milligram, vitamin E 0.3 milligram, vitamin K 4 mcg. And the case of carrot is the chiefly available in the field on the market. You have to all one have to know for about the carrot. That is to help benefit eating carrot. That is to protect eye health. That have chief sources of vitamin A. Okay, beta carotene. Highly sources of antioxidant, especially beta carotene, help protect against the cancer. Important for the maintaining oral health, boost skin health and bone healing, decreases the risk of the heart disease and strokes. So the nutritive values of the carrot per 100 gram of the weight is the first is the minerals, and potassium 183 milligram potassium they are found in the 100 gram of weight. Calcium 23 milligram, phosphorus 23 milligram, magnesium 8 milligram, iron 0.27 milligram, sodium 5 milligram, zinc 0.3 milligram, copper 0.052 milligram, manganese 0.062 milligram, selenium 0.2 mcg. In the case of vitamins have to vitamin A, that is 13,286 IU. There is सबसे ज़्यादा that vitamin A are found in the carrot. ठीक है. Vitamin C, that is to 2.8 milligram. Vitamin B1, that is thiamine, and vitamin B2 riboflavin, and that is to 0.034 milligram. Niacin 0.503 milligram. Folate 11 mcg, and pantothenic acid, that is 0.181 milligram. Vitamin B6 0.119 mg, vitamin K 10.7 mcg, and vitamin E, that is 0.8 mg. They are found in the per 100 gram of the weight. तो आपको मालूम बेनेस का सा हेस्पिटा पेठा जिसको कहते हैं उसमें सबसे ज़्यादा होता है विटामिन ए. इसके बाद मैंगो में है, कैरेट है, आपका चीफ सोर्सेज फॉर विटामिन ए. ओके. Banana, you know have to banana, that is to Musa paradisca, okay. That is to Musaceae family का है, that is to but is the chief sources of minerals and vitamin. So banana make your smarter to keep help with learning of the making the more alert. So eat a banana before an exam to benefit from the high level of potassium. Okay. So eating banana will help to prevent the kidney cancer. So eating a banana can lower the body temperature and cool you during a fever or a hot day. Okay. So nutritional value of banana, we have to some minerals they are found. Potassium 422 milligram, phosphorus 26 milligram, magnesium 32 milligram, calcium 6 milligram, sodium 1 milligram, iron 0.31 milligram, selenium 1.2 mcg, manganese 0.319 milligram, copper 0.092 milligram, zinc 0.18 milligram. They have two mineral they are found in the per 100 gram of the weight. In the case of vitamin A 76 IU का रहता है, vitamin B1 thiamine 0.037 milligram, vitamin B2 riboflavin 0.086 milligram, niacin 0.785 milligram, folate 24 mcg, pantothenic acid 0.394 mg, vitamin B6 0.433 mg, vitamin C 10.3 milligram, vitamin E 0.12 mg, vitamin K 0.6 mcg. They are found in per 100 gram of weight. Health benefits of eating tomato. Your tomato daily to eat in the vegetables. Tomato have to maintaining the strong bonds, to reducing the cholesterol and protect the heart. Okay, so lower the hypertension they are relieved through the use the potato as a vegetable or as a salad. Okay, protects vision and degenerated eye diseases through the potato. Okay. So minerals composition, you know about in minerals, so potassium they are found in 292 mg per 100 gram of weight, and phosphorus 30 milligram per 100 gram of weight, magnesium 40 milligram, calcium 12 milligram, sodium 6 milligram, iron 0.33 milligram, manganese 0.14 milligram, copper 0.073 milligram, zinc 0.21 milligram per 100 gram of weight. ठीक है. Vitamin A that is 1025 IU vitamin A are the chief sources of the vitamin A come from the आपको टोमेटो से मिल जाती है. ठीक है. तो विटामिन B1 that is thiamine that is 0.046 milligram, vitamin B2 riboflavin that is 0.023 milligram, niacin 0.731 milligram, folate that is 18 mcg, pentothenic acid 0.109 milligram, vitamin B6 0.098 milligram, vitamin C 15.6 milligram, vitamin E 0.66 milligram, vitamin K that is 9.7 mcg. They are found in per 100 gram of the weight if you take in the diet. Okay. Buttermelon आपने बहुत ज़्यादा खाया होगा buttermelon, but have to the plain and butter roll for boost up your immunity. So have to the health benefits eating the buttermelon to reduce body weight. बॉडी फैट को दैट इज टू रिड्यूस करता है, दैट इज टू रिड्यूस द वेट एंड टू इम्यून सपोर्ट गुड bond healing and prevent cell damage. Okay, so muscles and nerve support improve eye health also have to and the prevents that is heart strokes. ठीक है. और हीट स्ट्रोक सॉरी स्ट्रोक गर्म लू वगैरह से भी बचाता है. प्रिवेंट हीट स्ट्रोक का मतलब है लू से बचाना. So they have to nutritive value of the watermelon to the minerals they are found to potassium 320 mg per 100 gram of the weight to take in your diet. So phosphorus that is 31 milligram, magnesium 29 milligram, calcium 20 milligram, sodium 3 milligram, iron 0.69 milligram, selenium 1.1 mcg, and magnesium that is to 0.109 milligram, and to copper 0.12 milligram, zinc 0.29 milligram. Okay. In the case of vitamin, the vitamin A that is two chief sources they are found in 1627 IU vitamin पाया जाता है. Vitamin B1 thiamine that is 0.094 milligram per 100 gram of weight. Okay. So vitamin B2 is the riboflavin 0.06 mg, niacin 0.509 mg, folate 9 mcg, pentothenic acid that is 0.632 mg, and vitamin B6 0.129 mg, and vitamin C 23.2 mg, vitamin A 0.14 mg, vitamin K 0.3 mcg. They are found per 100 gram of weight if you take in the diet. Okay. Dry fruits also play important role to boost your immunity and to have the chief sources of mineral and vitamins. Okay, so to boost your immune system and prevent the spread of the illness by if you take the dry fruits. So dry fruits like walnut, almond, pistachio, and dates provide the essential for vitamins and minerals for the building immunity. Okay, so mix nut with the dry fruit to get a good mixture of the sugar and protein to keep energy level in your body. Okay, so that is to the dry fruit is essential for to pushing of your immunity. Here are the some powerful food to boost your immunity system. That is to citrus fruit है, broccoli है, papaya है, garlic, ginger. That is to spinach, red bell pepper, green tea, and to sunflower, turmeric, kiwi fruit, and almond. So they have to the very important food to pushing or boost up your immunity, and they have to, if you have high immunity in your body, to have to no coronavirus infection in your body. Okay. So the COVID-19 immune system boosters, that is to some minerals they are play and found into this one: zinc, iron, vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, and vitamin 6. They are found through the fruits and vegetables. Okay, so also have to the specific function in your body. Global fruits and vegetable industry to have to what is the functions to disrupt climate, ensure to available of all varieties fresh and fruit and vegetables. Okay, so the total production of fruit and vegetable worldwide is 410 million tons to have to that is while there are almost 180 families of the fruits are grown all over the world. So citrus fruit constitute around 20% of world total food production. So on average 40% in developing and 70% of the developed country against India only to 2.5%. So here are to the value addition in the China 23% to Philippines 40%, UK 200%, India is only to 20%. So that is to some percent of fruit and vegetable processing, that is to come through the different countries. They play an important role for in processing food industry. That is China is 40%. Around to have to they have to process the foods. Okay. So Thailand 30%, Brazil 70%, Philippines 78%, Malaysia 80%. India have only 2% and processed food they are found. Okay, so here to some production of horticulture crops. Total I have to the fruit vegetable 60.76% produced in India. Alag to fruits 29.70%, aromatic plant 0.22%, flower 0.6%, plantation crop 6.36%, spices 2.31%. Okay, so that to the production of the share overall the horticulture crops. Okay. So here are some nutritional figure to know for about. I want to have to none for about the which food products that to provide the maximum carbohydrate, protein, fat, and acid in butter. Okay. So some are the cereals, some are the vegetables, and some are the fruits. I have to classified here. So that we are first of all to have to the discuss here to the cereals. में अब cereals में have to the wheat है, wheat flour है, that is to carbohydrate, chief sources of carbohydrate is 73.9% carbohydrate they are found, protein 10.5%, fat 1.9%, as 1.7%, and butter 12% found in the flour. आटा में इतना होता है. राइस में that is to white rice में 78.9% कार्बोहाइड्रेट होता है, 6.7% प्रोटीन and 0.7% आपका फैट है, 0.7% एसिड, 13% वाटर पाया जाता है. मेज में होल ग्रेन्स में 72.9% कार्बोहाइड्रेट होता है, 9.5% प्रोटीन, 4.3% fat, 1.3% as and 12% butter. Okay. So in the vegetables case में, in the vegetable में the potato में that is to 18.9% carbohydrate होता है, and to protein 2%, 0.1% fat होता है, as आपको 1% मिलेगा, 88.6% आपको that is 78% that is to pound butter. Okay. And after that sweet potatoes 27% कार्बोहाइड्रेट होता है, 1.3% प्रोटीन होता है, 0.4% फैट होता है, 1% एस एंड 70% बटर होता है. ठीक है. कैरेट में कैरेट 9.1% कार्बोहाइड्रेट होता है एंड 1.1% प्रोटीन, 0.2% फैट एंड 1.0% एस होता है, 88.6% बटर होता है इसमें. रेडिश में 4.2% कार्बोहाइड्रेट होता है, 1.1% प्रोटीन होता है, 0.1% फैट है, 0.9% एस है, 93.7% वाटर पाया जाता है इसमें. एस्पेरेगस में 4.1% कार्बोहाइड्रेट होता है, 2.1% आपका प्रोटीन मिलेगा और 0.2% फैट है, 0.7% एस पाया जाता है इसमें, 92.9% ऑफ वाटर मिलेगा इसमें. ठीक है. बीन्स एंड स्टेप ग्रीन्स में that is to found 7.6% कार्बोहाइड्रेट, 2.4% प्रोटीन होता है, 0.2% फैट है, 0.9% एस एंड 75% वाटर इज अवेलेबल. लेटिस में that is 2.8% कार्बोहाइड्रेट, 1.3% प्रोटीन, 0.2% फैट, 0.9% एस है और 94.8% वाटर इज अवेलेबल. इन द केस ऑफ फ्रूट में बनाना में देखते हैं 24% कार्बोहाइड्रेट होता है और 1.3% प्रोटीन, 0.4% फैट, 0.8% एस, 73% आपको वाटर मिलेगा. ऑरेंजेस के केसेस में ऑरेंज में 11.3% कार्बोहाइड्रेट होता है, 0.9% प्रोटीन, 0.2% फैट, 0.5% एस एंड 87.1% आपको वाटर मिलता है. एप्पल के केस में 50% कार्बोहाइड्रेट होता है, 0.3% प्रोटीन, 0.4% फैट, 0.3% एस और 84% वाटर होता है। स्ट्रॉबेरी में 8.3% कार्बोहाइड्रेट, 0.8% प्रोटीन, 0.5% फैट, 0.5% आपको एस मिलेगा और बटर ब्लैक टू द बटर होता है इसमें। ठीक है, तो ओवरऑल कम टू डिस्क्रिप्शन ऑफ द इम्प्रूव your immune system with these immune booster foods. These 15 foods have to be shown to boost the immune system and protect you from the infection disease and infection like the coronavirus. Okay, so that is to you see here to the coronavirus research projects to the running in India by the DST. So Science and Engineering Board of the DST approved 5 R&D projects. Okay, so over 24,000 research papers have to appear across the world on COVID-19, and one project to trace biological markers to in gene to develop a drug or vaccine. So that to the project running in worldwide. Okay, so that is to save from the coronavirus COVID-19 virus from you in your family by the some precautions. Okay, so thank you for all have to your patience to listen my webinar from this one. Thank you so much. Okay.